Each week, we welcome to our NfG stage one of our highly talented members or special guests with something designed to help you and your business. Our next guest began in the world of hospitality, working at events, interacting with attendees as a personal server. And this experience of practicing being either visible or invisible at just the right times was followed by many years in various roles within hospitality, tourism, and events management, and became a solid foundation for creating effective gatherings that spotlight and showcase each event's true purpose rather than merely the canapes. Understanding how to turn a complaint into a compliment or a looming disaster into a blooming opportunity, she used her skills to enhance the reputation of the Hilton chain, among other clients, before leaving there and being headhunted and returning to train the various representatives to focus on delivering outstanding experience instead of making all calamities appear to stand out. Following this, while also using her skills within the world of office space management, she took all of this collective experience to create her own business, FAB Events, with a purpose-driven approach to training others to host effective events focused on strategy and execution. Seeing the importance of networking and selecting the right people to attend, knowing how they can help make or break an event, our speaker today shares some great tips in her talk focused on how to build lasting relationships for introductions, opportunities, and referrals. And with these great insights, we bring to you Zoe Wadsworth. Good morning, Zoe.
Morning, and Richard, you can come with me any event. That's a really good introduction. I'm like, come with any time. So morning, guys, and thank you very much, Richard. Again, I am Zoe from FAB. FAB stands for All Businesses, because I believe what I'm going to show you in the next 10 minutes can help you in your business, whether that be that you wish to put events and marketing on into your business, or just look at your business a little bit different. As Richard kindly mentioned, my experience spans from hospitality, then into commercial property, and then encouraged by my line manager at my last employment, FAB was created, and through the support of the network at the time. So what I want to do is just share the 4 steps of strategy that I implement with every customer that you can take a note of and think and reflect with your businesses too. A lot of people say to me, well, events and business are very different. I beg to disagree, because it is about when you look at an event has many benefits, such as attracting clients, retaining them, boosting brand awareness, increasing visibility, increasing profits, corporate responsibility, you name it, has a lot of benefits, just as business does. So the 4 steps I've actually applied within events, but I've also applied with the small independent business market I mentioned in my 60 seconds to help them just think a little bit different. So the presentation I'm going to share with you is the 4-step process. So all I ask is, if you have a notepad and pen, I'm going to ask you some questions through the presentation, and then going into the breakout room, I'm going to give you an activity for you to all discuss together with what it has brought up for you. This presentation is taken through a masterclass that I did with a fellow client called Claire Froggatt from Make a Brew. So I always endorse Claire throughout this presentation, because it's all about collaboration as well. And she brought the branding element, but the elements I've taken out of this are the 4-step process. So the masterclass was called Get Your Ducks in a Row, but my element to this was the 4-step strategy to success. So, as mentioned, FAB stands for All Businesses, because I like to help the many, not the few. And my background has kindly been introduced through Richard. So we're going to go straight into the 4 steps, which are, if you want to write these down, number 1, it's about identifying your current reality in business or with the event or marketing in mind, and asking yourself why. Number 2, it's all about research, which I like to simplify and ask you what your gaps and opportunities are in your marketplace. Number 3, it's all about thinking big and thinking about what you want to create, whether that be in your business or with an event. And then it's about setting intentions, which is putting it into action. As we all know, a goal without a plan becomes just a wish. So I'm happy to share this presentation out to you all after this meeting through Richard, because the link that was within the current reality is shared by Simon Senex. So has anyone heard of Simon and his TED Talks all work? Great, I've seen a few of you raise your hands. So that clip is a really short 2-minute clip on why he shares the importance of starting with your why. But we like to call it, what is your current reality? Because it should govern your reason for being in business. It should serve a reference point to your operations and what you do. It should motivate you and to manage your business with purpose. It should govern your processes, your people, and your systems within the business. And it should identify your motivation. So I want you to write down right now, what is your why? And think about, does this create an emotive response in me? Or if you are thinking about an event you want to make better, or something in your marketing, ask yourself why. Why do you want to make it better? Why do you want to improve something, if you're going with that angle? The second thing I want you to think about with current reality is actually think about right now, what's going well. Very similar to what Andy shared, what's been positive in your week, this past week, what's going well. But then also ask yourself, what could be going a little bit better? What's causing that frustration? Because when you have a look at that frustration and your why, see if there is a similarity, because I very much doubt there will be. Because the reason why it might be not going so well is because it's not coming back to your why in business, your why for doing that event, or your why for improving a product or service through your marketing. Because this is what happens if you don't ask yourself that question. And I'm sure we're all in business, we've all felt one of these at a certain point in time, whether that be lack of money, lack of attraction, feel demotivated, feel like you're not going in that right direction. So ask yourself, have you actually felt one of these 5 recently? If not, when? Because when we do ask this question for step 1, this is the kind of things it can answer for us, because it can increase validation, it can define your audience, it can help you with research, it can help you identify what problem you solve. So it's got a lot of benefits when we're starting with step 1, which is your starting point. It'd be like an athlete going to a race and not knowing where to start from. When do you ever see that? At the Olympics or the Commonwealth Games? You don't. They're very tunnel vision, they know which is their starting point, they don't talk to anyone, they've got their head down, the only person they talk to maybe is their coach. They just are clear, very direct on where they're starting from, and this is what it creates for you in your business, your starting point. So I want you to think about that, and think about that in general, and put it into your discussion in your room as well. So that's part 1 of your discussion, to ask yourself what has come up, answering them questions, and has there been any light bulb moments for you? And I do appreciate I'm talking very quick. So if anyone does need me to slow down, do let me know, because I know there's a lot to fit into 10 minutes for you. Number 2 is gaps and opportunity. So ask yourself the question, when was the last time I did any market research for my business or event or marketing? Some may say 12 months ago, some may say when I started the business 15 years ago. Again, there's no right or wrong answer, but due to the pandemic right now, I believe businesses should be doing this every 90 days. And the really quickest way you can do that is by making a chart just like that. So write it down on your piece of paper and ask yourself the question, what are my gaps and what are my opportunities that I see? Your gaps are what needs to be filled in and to be made better, and sometimes looking at your competitors can help that. And your opportunities are actually what are others doing that I'm not, that I may want to do. And again, there's a free giveaway within this presentation that will be sent out to you to help you with that further. Step 3 is all about thinking vision. So can I have just a raise of hands quickly on anybody who's done a vision board for the business or a business plan or anything like that? Great. So I can see Keith, I can see Adrian, I see Keith, see Kate. Amazing. So this for us is what your vision does. And you know, when I gave you that analogy of starting that race and that athlete not knowing where they would be starting from, if you don't have a vision in business and you don't have an end goal, this is where the hamster wheel effect can happen, where you think you're just trying your best to get to the bloody destination and you're never there because you're never fulfilled, and it's never what you expect, or it takes a different direction and you just didn't know that you was going down that route. And it's because probably you've not done this section. So when we're thinking about the vision, I say think big. Think about your sense of purpose and think about your sense of direction for that business or for that event, because it will help you achieve them goals and them pillars for your dream to be achieved. So ask yourself for the third question within the discussion, what is my vision? And please, guys, include yourself in it. The amount of visions I do with customers that don't include themselves, it includes everybody else but themselves, it's the biggest top tip I can give you. It has to include you, because if not, you will not fulfill it. And again, it'll just be on that hamster wheel yet again. So that is what this 10-minute to 20-minute group session is going to be about. And it's all going to be about setting intentions, because it saves you time, it creates motivation, and it helps that market movability. You can then go one step further and put it into a 90-day plan after this networking meeting if you wish. But today, all I really want you to do is think about what I've just shared with you in these short 10 minutes and how you can apply them into your business, event, or product or service you're trying to market better. Because remember, strong convictions precedes great action, as said by James Freeman.